Hello, dear students. Here I am along with another episode of Appositive. This is Appositive 2. We have already done Appositives. Now, see, as we have already done Appositive, the definition of a positive is an appositive is a noun phrase, or a noun clause that sits next to another noun to rename it or to describe it another way. In today's video, what we are going to discuss, the types of appositive. Appositives are restrictive and non-restrictive appositive. What does it mean? Restrictive appositive. When we talk about restrictive appositive, it's mean we are talking about essential appositives. These are considered absolutely necessary in understanding the primary noun presented. Oftentimes, restrictive appositives are not separated by commas, but connected to the primary noun. In such type of examples or restrictive appositives, you can easily observe that the commas are not used. That's why these are called restrictive appositive, because these appositives are essential or necessary at the time of explanation. So that's why these have not been separated with the help of commas. And most of the time when such type of restrictive appositive have been assigned in the paper, students got confused. That's why this video is all about to make sure that there is a possibility of appositive without commas. My friend Evan James loves video games. What does it mean? It's mean I have many friends. So that's why it became essential to explain to whom I am talking about. That's why commas have not been used, and here the even James, it became essential appositive. Without the appositive including Evan's name, we have no idea just who this friend is, because this appositive is necessary for full understanding of the sentence. That's why it is restrictive. The next example, the chairman of the firm Oracle will be our chief guest. It means there are lots of firms. So that's why it became necessary to mention the firm name Oracle. That's why this is restrictive appositive. My friend Reena is a Blue Cross member. It means I have many friends. And especially I'm talking about the one. And who is she? She's Reena. So that's why I have mentioned her name. This is the reason that this is basically appositive, restrictive appositive. It became essential appositive. Then we have the next type, next category of appositives, non-restrictive appositive. Non-restrictive appositives are also called non-essential appositive. They basically provide additional information that is not necessary for understanding. Because it is unnecessary information, that's why non-restrictive appositives are typically separated from the primary noun by commas. And non-restrictive appositives are quite common among our students. And when restrictive appositive come in exam, they cannot understand it. This is from Tennessee, the volunteer state, which is an ideal place to live in. The volunteer state is a nickname for Tennessee. While interesting, it is not necessary for understanding of where Teresa is from. But here we have mentioned Teresa is from Tennessee. But further information about Tennessee, it was not important, but it has been added. So that's why this is non-restrictive appositive. And on both sides of this appositive phrase, commas have been used. The boy, an avid sprinter, raised a hat to the finish line. Now the boy, if we do not use an avid sprinter, even though the sentence will be completed, and it is an extra information here. That's why it is used in between commas. Test your knowledge, please. My friend Evan James loves video games. Do you believe it is restrictive or non-restrictive appositive? Please think for a while, decide it, and then answer yourself. All right, this is basically restrictive appositive. The next, my one and only cousin Linda is my older self. think about it, restrictive or non-restrictive. Yes, this is non-restrictive appositive. The next, my brother John is a simple man, restrictive or non-restrictive. It is restrictive. The reason, it means I have many brothers. Among them, John is the one who is a simple man. That's why it was necessary to mention his name. Ria, an apple of my eyes, is going to London in the next week. Right? Now what is it? Restrictive, non-restrictive? Non-restrictive, because it was not necessary to explain that she is an apple of my eyes. Amanda, my friend, is on the honor roll. Again, Amanda, my friend, is on the honor roll. Again, restrictive or non-restrictive? Again, non-restrictive. Conclusion. If we conclude it, so non-restrictive appositives simply add extra information and they need commas around them because the extra information they provide, so that's why commas will be used around them. And these, if without these appositives, even the meaning of the sentence will not be heard. On the other hand, when we talk about restrictive appositive, noun or phrase is necessary to the meaning of the sentence. If you remove a restrictive appositive phrase, the sentence will sound like it is missing something. It is not separated from the rest of the sentence by commas because it is essential phrase. Thank you from my side.